gonna have a couple back-to-back videos today. We're gonna try to get this thing. We got the old yota in here again today. So what we're gonna do is, let me show you. I done started pulling it out. This is, look at that. Look at this in. This piece is busted. Focus. So this piece is busted. Somebody had it, tried to zip tie it because that little plastic piece is supposed to be connected, and it goes down in there somewhere. You can't see it, but anyway, so let me get this thing to see it. Hooks in, like right in there. It hooks in. So anyway, we're going to take this out, and I bought another one. We're going to put on it, and then we're going to try to get this thing. If you look, the wheels are kind of like towed into each other. I mean, that one's facing out a little, but so we're going to loosen this tie rod and stuff up, and adjust the tie rod in out. So we'll get that done, and we'll see what we can do with the battery tray. And this thing will be ready to go back. So let's get to it, get this thing done today. All right, we got it in. Let me show you what we got. Sorry, I didn't really show how to get it. You can't, camera's smudgy. This thing has a ball. You can't even see it on here. But anyway, you gotta go in underneath, and it's got a ball in behind it. Anybody knows how a latch works. I can show you on the other one. But this cable runs in, and it's got to sit in that clip, and it runs through here, and right under this spring, there's a ball with a hook. You gotta wrap it around that cable. You gotta wrap it through that, set that ball. Look here, y'all. Let me see. We're gonna have to ignore the camera work. Oh. Anyway, I also had to pull this center brace. I don't know if this truck's been hit in the front. I don't know. It's hard telling, but if somebody's just beat up, I mean, obviously the hood's not in great shape, but the latch wasn't working good, so I pulled it out a little bit, bent it. Now the latch is perfect. The only thing is, whenever you pull the latch, it don't spring up like it should. But let's see if I can show you this in here, how it works. So if you see up in here, see that string, and it's got this little ball here. It's kind of the same setup, but it did unlatch the hood. But it's the same setup that goes in here and hooks and goes through, and it clips in there. So the cable is broken. You can see when I pulled that, the cable's loose. So this thing, just pull up a little bit. She's unlatched. So got that good. Let's get started on this tie rod in. I got to looking at this thing. I'm gonna measure it and see. But if you look, this wheel looks straight and this wheel looks towed out. So I'm gonna try to loosen that one. And the lady's in my way, I can't see. Try to loosen this wheel here and pull it in a little bit. We're gonna measure it, see what we come up with. We'll get Chris to help me see if he can do it the right way. So let's see what we come up with. So let's get to it. All right, so y'all know we replaced that tie rod in. This side, that stuff ate a button on the phone. So this side, I just took these completely off, loose. So I looked at the aftermarket one of these. This one comes and it stops, and then this side comes and it stops. We're gonna try to pry it open a little bit. But the ones online, and you know, Dad told me that most of the time they're split all the way across. Worst case scenario, I might try to split this all the way across if I can't get it loose, and then go from there. So, but let's get this thing. I'm gonna take a pair of, first I'm gonna try a pair of channel locks, put it on here, try to turn this thing. Obviously I'm gonna adjust them when I need them. I can't do this at the same time. And if that don't work, I got a pair of vice grips, that way I can put it, get a good bite on it, and see if I can get this thing to turn. Maybe use the channel locks and the vice grip, see if we can get it to turn, get this thing running in. This wheel is facing that way an inch. It measured in the front, it measured 66 3/4, and on the back side, it measures 67 3/4. So I'm sorry, the wheel is this way. It's this way an inch, because it's 66 in the front, 66 3/4 in the front, 67 3/4 in the back. And what we did, I'm sure if you know how to do this, you understand, but you put a tape measure on the front, measure across, and do the other side the same way. I did it with Chris. It's the first time he's ever done it with me that I can remember. So I had him, we done it 3 or 4 times to make sure I got the same measurements. I even turned the wheel, tried to get it a little bit straighter and measured it again. I came up with the same measurement every time, so he must have been holding it in the same place. I went off of this, well, I was probably down about right here, but I went off of this little edge of this knob right here. And then I done the same thing straight across on the backside. So let's see if we can get this thing to start turning and get this thing lined up for him a little bit. All right, y'all, so you can see you got a little man, a mullet man over here helping me. Go ahead, son, put it where you want it. You got it?
Yeah.
So you can see, 67.5 is what I'm going with. Actually 67 3/8. So 67 3/8. Get a better view there. Sorry. 67 3/8. Backwards on here for some reason. Alright. And we go to this other side. Oh, stretch it out, Chris.
Make sure I'm not hitting my head on the transmission over here.
And then we'll do the same thing.
Yeah. Now I'm ready.
Okay. So there he is. Sorry. 66 7/8. Let's measure the front again. I think I went too far, y'all. Here. Huh.
You gotta
See?
it's also crooked.
It's also, so I still need to pull, so I need to pull the front back in. I went too far. So I gotta pull the front back in. So I gotta pull this front back in because I went too far. So now the back is closer than the front. So I'm gonna run the front back in and we'll go from there. So this one is 67 5/8. I don't know why I was reading that like that a while ago. It's 67 5/8 and 66 3/4. All right, so let go. So let's run this back in a little bit. This one actually freed up pretty good. So let's run it in a little bit. We'll measure it again. All right, so we got it back together. So let's see. Not too bad. Drop down the road, turn it out a little bit, yeah. So it was roughly about 1 inch off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my tools up because I like being in the habit of that. I'm gonna get this backed out. Hopefully it drives okay. If it does, we should be good on it. As far as I know. Oh, the battery tray. I need to do something with the battery tray. The next project is gonna be that there. That thing needs chain guides, brakes. I'm gonna have to see how much money he wants to spend on it because just the chain guides, he's gonna have probably over $100 in chain guides. That's a really good running bike, you know. So we'll see what he wants to do. If I gotta put brakes on front and rear, I gotta tear it apart and make sure what's wrong with it. And it needs the chain guides on all of it. Make sure everything's straight. So it's chewing up chain rollers. So I'm gonna take a look at that and see what's going on. But anyway, let's take this thing for a test drive, see how it does, and then see what our next project for today is. Look at the little man up here. He got his toolbox organized a little bit here. He needs to do a little better on his wrenches, but he's got all his sockets, he's got his metric standard over here. Show him, Chris. Show him what you got here. He tried to steal my hammer though. Little punk.
I named it Big Bertha.
You got those.
All of
So that's his half inch.
Yeah.
Half inch.
I got 2 clamps, 1 singular plier.
1 pair of pliers.
Them.
You guys take measures up there. Which one of those are mine? Actually, both of those were, but it's okay.
Ashley gave them to me.
That's fine.
I don't know.
That's the only thing he needs to do. He needs to organize these wrenches and put them from smallest to biggest. That way he knows what's what. There's a couple
And then I got,
tires in there.
oh yeah,
Chisels.
I got that new sticker.
So
That's copper.
he got it all. That's the old toolbox I had.
There
And
is 1 singular screw in here.
he cleaned it all out, put it in here. Some wheels and tires in here. Hey, if anybody Anybody knows anybody needs any Toyota wheels, those tires, wheels and tires, they don't have maybe 5,000 miles on them. They were on Ashley's truck. We got rid of it. We're willing to sell. Hit us up. They do have, it's got all the center caps in it. Those are, they come off of their 20s with 275, 55, 20. It's like a 32, right around 32. Nittos, or not Nittos, Toyos. I think they're Toyos, or Toyos or Nittos. I don't even know what they are. They're Terra grapplers, so they're Nittos.
I also got my chisels.
So if anybody knows anybody that needs some tires, that's like I said, Toyota 6-load.
I got chisels.
You got my chisels.
2
So
of them.
so this is my old little building we have. But anyway, the little Toyota truck in here, we took it for a drive. No go. We're gonna have to do a wheel bearing on it on the driver's side. I think it's after I jacked it up. I got it lined up and everything, jacked it up, and you can feel it dragging on the driver's side. So we'll message the guy, let him know what's going on with it. Let him know other than wheel bearing, it's pretty much done, and a battery tray. I'll fix the battery for him. So we'll get the battery and the wheel bearing, get it put on, and we'll be good to go. But no wheel bearing today, so I don't know what we're gonna get started on. Ashley's on her way home. There may be more of this video. This might be it. So let's see how it goes today. All right, y'all. So it has begun. Let me show you. We have started putting it back together. So reverse gear. We got new synchronizers, new shift points. We gotta get the reverse stuff on this side. I ain't put the ball in. I just want to make sure that was on there. So it's got a little. Let's see, right there, it takes a ball there, and then that right there sits on it. Right there. Just like that. And then then this piece goes on like that. And it gets bearings in there, of course. And then, yeah, so we're getting there slowly. We're getting there. I just want to make a little progress on it. I know not everybody, but man, people miss the car. I know they do. So that's the whole, backstory behind the YouTube. So I know people's been wanting more Supra content. So here you go, y'all. I finally got motivated on it. So see if we can get some more of this together. I don't think I'll get it all together tonight, but we're gonna try to get some together and go from there. So see how it goes. All right, so I don't do a lot of updates on here, but let me show you what we're working with today. We are in the process of putting an R154 together for a turbo Supra. So we have got the clusters together for the most part. I got finished putting the reverse stuff on, put all the shift forks in, so I got to clean all that up as I put everything back together. So get the reverse gear on, get the shift forks on, and maybe try to get this thing back together soon. Probably won't be today, but we're going to see how far we can get. Alright, y'all, so this is as far as we get tonight. So I ain't put in any of my reverse stuff or anything. That's my reverse gear. So if anybody, I don't know if many people know, but we're talking about if something ends up going on with this, I would love to stay straight drive. So I'd like to go to a dog box style transmission. And what that does is, see how these gears are slanted? And they have synchronizers in them to get this to shift over to this. So these are all slanted. This is for your reverse gear, and this is for reverse, so that helps. That slide, it all works together, make it go in reverse. So anyway, when you go to a dog box, all these gears get switched to straight cut gears. I don't know if there's a little more gap or what or anything like that. That is what I would like to go to. And for the people that don't know, on a dog box transmission, you have to use a clutch, for starting and stopping. But when you're shifting gears, you just yank the gears. You don't have to use a clutch in it. That's what I would like to go to eventually, but it's pretty pricey. So I don't know. We'll see what happens from here and there, and hopefully this transmission will hold up good. We're not really looking to go much faster than we was before, but the reason I can't go any farther is this thing has a little ball right here. It's a little steel ball thing, that I gotta get. I have lost it somewhere between, I don't know, October, November when we tore this thing apart till now. So it's been sitting over here in this corner. Ashley's over there looking for it now, but I've looked and looked and looked. Not saying she won't find it. Hopefully she will, but I can buy a whole kit of those balls fairly cheap. So that's what we're gonna do. And we buy that, and then we put that on. Once we put that on, we can put all of our shift forks and all that stuff back in and get the rest of the way back together. That's it for that thing for now. That's it for today. We got the okay to finish to do that box. So I talked to the guy today, told him what all was going to have to need, about what it's going to cost, and he's good. So whenever I start doing it, I'll do a YouTube on it so y'all can see that. But we're doing so it's missing all the chain guides, missing the chain roller. They said they was putting a roller on it, but it kept tearing the roller off of it. So I'm gonna check, make sure everything's lined up the correct way. But I'm gonna put all new guards and everything on it, and then put brakes on front and back because it has no brakes. Runs perfect. It's an awesome little bike. But we're gonna put brakes on it, put the chain guards on it, and get that back to him. And like I said before, the little she's over there spraying spiders. So as I said before, we gotta put a wheel bearing in that truck. So I probably won't have any YouTube for a couple days because I gotta get those balls. I gotta get the wheel bearing, the brakes. I gotta get parts before I can really do much else, unless for some reason we decide to work on the car itself, finish painting the cage and stuff. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll try to start doing some more time lapse if y'all like that. Leave it in the comment if y'all like the whole time lapse thing, to where you can see what we're doing more than just this and updates. So anyway, appreciate it, y'all. See you next time.